Now, some very famous people do this, but if you've ever tried metal detecting, you've probably only found a few rusty nails, perhaps the odd 2p.
But put yourself in the shoes of 21-year-old Danny Mills. He found a Roman lantern in Suffolk, so complete and so rare that there's only one other like it in the world, and that's in Pompeii.
It was a mixture of excitement and shock, to be honest. Everyone began crowding around.
Danny Mills was on a metal detecting rally in Suffolk.
I heard sort of a distant signal, but it sounded like a decent signal.
He was with his dad and 200 other detectorists on a weekend of hunting for buried treasure.
I began digging down, and then the signal began to get stronger. I called my dad over as well, and we began digging around and opening the hole wider to see what was there. And the first thing we saw was a bit of braided chain.
Danny had stumbled across a bronze lantern buried 18 inches below the surface. This is where it was found, a field near Sudbury. The owners of the field gave the lantern to Ipswich Museum, where it's been cleaned up and put on display.
This lantern is incredibly rare. There are only fragments of other such lanterns in the British Museum and at Corbridge Museum up on Hadrian's Wall. The flame would have been at the bottom of the lantern in something similar to a tea light, would have been fueled by olive oil with a little wick made of flax, and the shield protected it from the wind, and we think this was probably animal horn that had been shaped and scraped until it was almost see-through. So yeah, very much like the lanterns we use today when we go camping.
In the days of the Roman occupation, the lantern may have been used to light the way between farm buildings. Now on display at Ipswich Museum, it's shedding light on life in our region nearly 2,000 years ago. John Halford, BBC Look East.